Greetings. This is Straight Talk from George's Golf Guru, the ancient one. So my mind has been percolating all night. I've got all of this I need to express, to let out. It helps me get organized too, because I'm a rambling wreck not from Georgia Tech, but getting structured is important for my sanity. So I'm thinking, and I'm watching the Golf Channel, and then I'm going to talk, but I need to get this shown. Colin Montgomerie. Wow, what a great player. He's got a very lateral, linear swing. And I think of Zach Johnson and Michelle Wie wraparound. Well, there's a lot of wraparound players. And you can, with a lot of repetitions and practice, you can perfect it. You can perfect anything. It's tough though. The timing, wrapping, coming around. What we want to do, there's two things that make the ball go crooked. One is the face angle. If it's open there, it'll spin off and go to the slice move. 90% of the amateurs know that move. Then there's the closed hook draw, depending on the severity. And Ben Hogan, he struggled with that in his early years. Well, we want square. And look at the bottom here, not the top flanges out. Look at the bottom, and it's like a T-square. So we want this square perpendicular to the target line. So the best way is to have this club face always facing. The second major cause is the swing path. So we know out over the top creates a cutting, slicing action. So we want to come in from the inside, this manner, and that's Colin Montgomerie. Arnold Palmer was a great example. He'd go up and do that helicopter finish. He was not a wraparound. So I'm going to demonstrate that, then I'm going to come back and get some things off my chest. Hope you stay with me. Thanks. So here's Colin Montgomerie. And he's very upright. And he does this about 3 times. Then he swings through. When he comes through, it's like this. So I'll try to demonstrate this. 3 times, 2, 3. So that's a efficient manner. Where your hands go, that's where the ball will go. Now I'm not even going to hit the ball with a wraparound. I used to be that. I don't want to revisit that. I pulled everything left, hooked it, and terrible. As Lee Trevino said, you can talk to a fade, but you can't, hook won't listen. In the US Open, you needed a fade. Those hooks killed some people. So here's the wraparound. Ouch. I got my back a little. I don't like that. So, my 11th grade geometry teacher told me that the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. Well, straight line would be a pendulum, back and forth. Think of a child's swing. This would be the most, but we can't swing like that. We're tilted. So we got to tilt this way, go around. Well, we don't want to go around there. Hey, this looks like I'm in a canoe. I'm going to go that way. That way. And where this handle goes, it swaps ends, and it'll go that way. That way. So be mindful of where the handle goes. So reflections. I drive over an hour a day from Lawrenceville to Winder. It's up 316 University Parkway. Great drive. Very little traffic. Few stop lights. So it's 4-lane. And I enjoy my time there with myself. So my mind is percolating. So I reflect back, I look forward, and I look at, and I keep going back to Bill Phillips, John Hensby, my mentors. They have expanded my horizon so greatly. So it's so easy to have cognitive dissonance. And that's just looking in that little box. You get in a rut, it's comfortable. But I'm a curious type. I ask why. Never satisfied with just same old, same old. I've had 10 different careers. I've been to every state in the union, 10 foreign countries. I've been there, done that, studied all the golf swings. The last 20 years, I've been delving into what is the most efficient golf swing. If it were easy, I'd get bored. I have a very low threshold of boredom. I go on to something else. But golf continues to challenge me. It mystifies me. Why can't I hit it like these top 200 professional golfers? Well, number one, I don't have the body. So you have to have strength, you have to have flexibility, you have to have rhythm and timing. And that is gifted to very relative few. But I have decent hand-eye. This is working. My body is somewhat limited, but it's the Indian, not the arrow. So we have to have a good mechanical use of our body. How these little gals, 5 foot nothing, 120 pounds, hit at 260, shoot 400 or 500 par. You and I we could all wrestle these these were par for one time. But they're pencil thin arms. They do it. I love to watch the lady. I want to swing like a lady, an LPGA lady. That's what I want. So it's fun to watch this weekend. From Australia, JH, Hannah, first time winner. That was pretty neat. She had a little bump, but came back and won by 2 strokes. So there's always players coming up. Cream goes to the top. How do they get there? Well, it's right here. All of them can hit the ball. But how does our mind-body work? I recently found out about algorithms. Oh, boy, that's a 25-cent word. JH, you like these words. You're a wordsmith. But, man, algorithm. Well, computers are based on this. All you computer techies, I'm not. I'm very limited. I'm restricted in that capacity, but I understand basic stuff. I have a smartphone after all. I'm still waiting for it to make me smart. It's not happening. But I like simple. KISS principle. Keep it simple. Student, not stupid. Student. So you learn. How do we learn? Well, children learn by watching and doing. You got to be careful what you do. Their brains are like sponge. They just absorb everything, discovering. As we get older, we get locked into these algorithms. These are neuronal connections that are hard to break. So we get into a bad pattern. How do we get out of it? Well, motivation, number one. You have to want to do it. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. So JH is given a blueprint that's amazingly simple and easy, a 7-year-old can understand. We understand, but it's hard to break those algorithms. How do you break them? Well, if you had sports background, hockey, bowling. One fellow's an archer, expert archer. Another one is an expert fire range. There's a lot of these people are looking for efficiency, consistency. And how do we do it? We simplify things. Now, having complex, and you can, 8 to 10 hours a day, you can perfect just about anything. But we don't have that time, or the bodies probably can do it. Look what it's doing to some of the players with their backs, Michelle with her wrist, arthritis at 29. Wow. I had little twinge in my wrist. Boy, if that doesn't work, it's tough. You don't want to play. You don't want to do anything. The body shuts down. But there, my older friends, if you shut down, Command Center says, oh, we're not having to use that part of the body. So we shut that down. So the feet, the legs, hips, shoulders. That's why golf is so good. Keeps you moving. And there's a saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. So true. So I'll soon be 84 in September. I never want to get old and decrepit, but I'm not decrepit. I do a lot of things, but not as much as I could at 40 and certainly 20. But I can do it better and more efficiently because this is still working pretty good. So it's knowing, understanding, asking why, being the curious type that I am. I love to watch people. Everybody's different. Bill calls it DNA. Well, yeah, that's our genetic composition. Even twins have some differences. But wow, JH is way different from Bill. I'm way different than JH. I'm way different than Steve. And it's fun how they approach things. Now, being a teacher, I have to present in different manners. A 7-year-old will be different than an 80-year-old. I find out what kind of work they did, because that tells me a lot. If they're an engineer, or if they were an accountant, or if they were a coach, a teacher, dentist. Oh, I have a friend whose first name is Craig, is a retired dentist. Very precise, very detail oriented. Well, interesting, a real good friend of mine that I play golf with, his name is Craig, but his first name is Craig. He is very structured. He has monthly, even though he's retired, he's got money, he keeps expense and he won't go over certain budget. It's not me. If I want it, I'm going to get it somehow. I kind of limit. My wants are many, but my needs are few. But that's another. I could spend another half hour on that. But I'm rambling on, but I'm hopefully pulling some ideas now. Not everybody will be interested in everything I say, but they're bits and pieces. Say, aha, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, it has to make sense. For you accountants, bottom line, got the business owners, you want a bottom line, you want a profit, you want to be on the plus side. Craig, it's funny. My golf buddy says he's +2. I says, what do you mean, Craig? I found 2 more balls than I lost. So it's funny. So you look for the humor. You got to have humor. You got to enjoy what you're doing. If you enjoy what you're doing, you'll never work a day of your life. And that's me. I can't wait. 5 days a week I work. Well, my wife doesn't call it work, and I really shouldn't either. But my 2 days, Wednesday's my play day. Sunday I devote and study, and there's a whole lot of things going with the Old Testament kings in my mind, really interesting stuff. But back to golf and life. Well, golly, we have to feed our bodies. We know that. I mean, we're alerted pretty good if we miss a meal or two. So my son and I are going back on we're going back on fasting, keto fasting. So that's 16 hours with no food, 6 hours window we can eat food. Of course, we fast at night. Suppose we're not supposed to get up in the middle of the night, because that's when we get up, we break that fast, breakfast. So it's the way our body is wondrously made. And I think of how the body is made with 100 billion neurons. We use maybe 10%. I'm trying to. We have our spirituality, which we need to feed. If you languish, don't attend to it, it withers and dies. And then we have our physicality. So we feed our brain gym, feed our body, food, spiritual. So we study the Word and try to live the Word. So all this helps to make a complete body of work. Mind, body, spirit. So I'm interested particularly in the mind-body connection. So we have over 200 bones, over 200 muscles, but over 1 trillion nerve endings. Wow, you prick that little nerve, it's going to bark and let you know. Well, we have, it's said 42% of our nerves are devoted to our hands, very tactile. So we use these to write, draw, artistic. We don't go like that. So what I've come up with, I call it the piccolo grip. Wow, is this awesome? So piccolo, these are dangling, because these 3 fingers are controlled by this main nerve. The medial nerve goes through the carpal tunnel. Boy, it has direct access. We can do a lot of great things. Well, feel. Now, feel is very important, well, particularly for the short game. You go away from golf, what do you lose first? Your short game. You lose that touch, that feel. I'm a top-level pool player. If I'm not on the table for a couple weeks, man, I'm a little rusty. but I play once or twice a week, and I used to have a table, but it's golf. Pool is pretty, all you have is this broken arm going. Golf, we have so much body movement, everything going on. And as Bill says, just like a child's swing, you want the Tennessee triangle. You don't want to go the shoulder a lot. And I've been guilty of moving that shoulder back. You just teeter-totter it. Colin Montgomery is a great example of that. Very durable. I don't understand why. Well, it's somewhat mental. Hasn't won a major. He's also ran, but he's now a senior, well into his 50s. But I've been there 30 years ago. Wow. Oh, to be 50 again. Wow. Actually, I was in my late 50s, I guess, when I really got serious about golf. Picked it up when I was 26. I wish I'd have started when I was 6 or 7. I played pool, got a table when I was 12, so lived on a table. I built some strong algorithms that serve me to this day, but I built on that, and I used some golf references. Tennessee triangle, get a very good triangle, very solid set, and come in, same pre-shot routine. I aim, set, couple strokes, bingo, table control, golf, course management, pasture pool, 18 holes, much bigger scope, much more interesting. Outside, every course is different. You don't get levelized that much. You have to adapt. And that's what's great about JH and Bill. They've figured things out. Bill's been a high achiever. He managed a 1,000-acre farm. He was a plant manager in a furniture factory. You have all kinds of problems and situations. Of course, you're dealing with people too in a factory, not some farm. I was in manufacturing, furniture. I had 32 salesmen, and I was sales manager, and they were all different. I had my own individual retail store, 14 employees. They were all different. So that's what's fun. That's a challenge every day. And I ramble on, and I'm closing with this pearl or word of wisdom. Change is good, my son. Thou must change. We don't want to continue with those inefficient swipes at the ball. So check out Channel Out, check out JH, check out Bill. See how easy and simple it can be, but change is not easy or simple. So it does take some reps. Repetition is the mother of all learning. Boredom is the father. So mix it up. That's what I do. I am not bored, and I'm not going to go into that. But I will help you, and that's fun, challenge, and cheers. Until next time, ciao, signing out.